Last night, I'm a Celebrity South Africa live final descended into chaos on live TV. And as a neuroeconomist who studies human decision making, this is one of the most fascinating things I've ever seen on television. Because every single person on that stage was running their own utility calculations in the back of their mind, none of it conscious, but all of it completely predictable. While everyone else is focusing on the spectacle, few people are talking about the layer that's going on beneath that, and I'm here to spill the tea. Bullard arrived at the show under financial duress because ITV are allegedly withholding part of his fee, and they were told if he didn't show up for the show, he'd have further fee withheld, which means there was an additional layer going on there already. Further to that, though, he believes that the footage around Adam was edited heavily to make him look like the villain. So his argument for Anton Deck and others actually had an additional bonus layer, which was that the others already have an existing financial relationship with ITV, who he's in financial dispute with. So when he was asking people on the spot, would you say I was on the receiving end of intimidation and abuse? I believe that's not because he was looking for a moral answer, but because his contract with ITV likely said something along the lines of they guarantee a workplace free from intimidation and abuse. He was building a case. That's game theory, live on Friday night television. David Hay challenging Adam when he did was a dominance move. He knew if he did it before the result, it was meaningful, but if he'd done it afterwards, it was meaningless and petty. Gemma Collins physically positioned herself between them and then left as things escalated, protecting both her friend and her reputation. Anita said, "You weren't there, you don't know what happened," then walked off. Perfect. Said everything, risked nothing. Adam said little, 5 words in fact, then let chaos crown him. The most fascinating part of this story actually happened with Craig Charles on This Morning earlier in the day. So what happened was Craig appeared with the other finalists, sans Adam, and did something no one else has done. He told the complicated truth. He said Jimmy had been wrong to quit, Adam's response had been terrible, but the editing had blurred everything, to a point where an 80-year-old man, Harry Redknapp, was receiving threats on social media because people thought his response to the bullying accusations was disproportionate, when they didn't know that events that he'd seen had mismatched what had been broadcast. Craig didn't go on This Morning to edge a win, he went on it to tell the truth, at great personal cost, and that is the rarest utility calculation in the entire situation. So there you go, that was Neuroeconomics. Live on ITV1. Which person of the story do you recognise yourself most in? Let me know in the comments.